Those of you who are ardent followers of TV47 will understand when I say it is time for Garden of Eden versus Men's Conference. Those ones who are not to worry. We are here and we're getting to a very interesting conversation. It's about just getting your stuff back after that breakup or getting their stuff to them after that breakup. It's a very important conversation on this Thursday morning, and I hope you could join us. The hashtag is Morning Cafe at Linda_Lela TV47 KE. Denver, Sir Denver, the guy, is here with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
You well?
Yes, very
good to have you.
Great to be here.
All right, so it's ladies first, men before? I am sorry, I started by introducing Denver before I introduced introduced I, right?
Equality.
This is equality. Eh? We were striving for equity. Forgive me, Ayo. Forgive me, Ayo Pondo is as well here with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
And happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Denver,
I really appreciate it.
You know, men are supposed to appreciate women when it's their birthday. Can this one be appreciated
Equality.
on this equality? What do you mean?
So she will
It
expect...
is just one day. From Women's Day.
Yeah. It's just a day from Women's Day, so I can get her her pair of socks, maybe a nice, simple cologne.
Good.
Okay,
fair enough. That should be good enough,
I'm
right?
hold you on
Simple.
We
that.
will hold you on that.
Yes,
please.
we have to.
Well, let's make it easy for you. A pair of socks would work because a cologne you have to go out of your way. So
Yeah.
let us focus on the socks.
Yes,
At least
yes.
that much we know we can get.
Yeah.
Sawa. Karibuni sana.
Asante.
Been well since the last time you were here?
Yeah, I've been amazing. How about you?
Been well, I thank
You
God.
look lovely as usual.
And
Yeah,
you
you're
look
looking
amazingly good. You look like you're ready for the... Oh, I look good, right?
Yeah, like you
thank
guys look good. I feel like I'm aging.
No.
Ever seen me in person?
Yes.
Same, I know.
All right, fine.
For purposes of this.
All right, take two. No.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to get into this very important conversation. I personally would get my stuff when it is done. Why should you stay with it? Because tunaanza na zile za picha. Do people ever get photos nowadays? Forget about those. I don't know. Do we ever?
Usually your gender tends to delete all the photos from IG.
From IG.
I've never understood why.
IG.
Why would you not?
Well, they're still going to show up on Google Photos either way, like 5 years later.
It has to be clear that we have
We've broken up.
broken up.
I feel like for IG, it's usually because so that you inform the people we're no longer together.
Yes, and this is
Just
the
putting
Gen
it
Z.
out there.
This is the Gen Z generation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Our
no,
generation.
I'm still a millennial.
You're still a millennial.
I'm about to call myself a millennial. Because honestly, there are some things that Gen Z are doing that I just don't get.
They're off
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah, because the whole, I'm informing people. How are you informing people
Why?
without actually informing them? You're just going to clear all the photos while the two of you are together.
So 2 months down, we figure out, mbona hatuoni pictures are so and so.
Exactly.
I'm just giving you hints. I'm like, yo.
Exactly. Like, stop hinting. If you're going to inform us
Straight to the point.
Yes, the way a journalist would.
Yes.
Say, you look at something like a teleprompter and say,
But where's
this
the fun in
relationship has
that?
come to an end. And then you move on.
I feel like
Back
this
to
is just for the celebrities. Why would me, a kawaida person, I mean, only followers like maybe a max of 4,000 followers only, why should I bother trying to tell the world that it's over and done between us?
I mean, why not?
But
and
you're
then
a
it
celeb.
also
Okay,
depends.
so forget about now, I think this is just for us who are celebrities,
Okay, for example.
Ordinary
Yeah, for
people.
example,
I feel like for ordinary people like us, it is important because let's say you've broken up on a bad, like it was really bad.
Yeah.
Why would you still have the picture on IG and you guys are not even getting along? It's really bad.
Right.
Honestly, just delete.
I have a very
Yeah, I don't have to
simple
tell
reason
you guys, but just delete the pictures.
You have the reason why.
Yeah, I have the reason why you should keep it. Other things, no, but yes, those ones I can get why. Your IG is sort of like your catalog of your life as you've progressed.
I know, right?
So if you had a bad relationship, you removing the photos there mean that
Does
it didn't
not
happen.
change anything.
Yeah, just have
think-
it.
Uh-huh.
It
No, keep it as a
does.
highlight.
Why do I want to go on your IG and
And just look at it.
the catalog
Oh, you don't
of
find
your... Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're the kind of people who do not go out there displaying what you would consider personal.
Yeah, I don't display what doesn't need to be displayed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do not appreciate your women or your woman?
I do. I just know that my IG is mine. It belongs to me. So.
You have not dated this woman who will tell you, personally, you are dating me, man. I am not on your pages. I am. Why?
Yeah, you have to be.
Why?
Why? So that I can reveal some
Are
other
you
guy that
ashamed of
the
me?
competition that she needs to worry about.
Come on. This woman is
Come
always
on.
moving around. If there's competition, there's going to be competition anyway, Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I'd much rather they don't think that they only have one guy to fight. You know, when you're trying to hit on a girl, and this is like toxic knowledge, if you're trying to hit on a girl and she's single, you have to go against like a bunch of dudes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if she's with one person, then it's just one person. Yeah, you just have to convince that you're better than the one guy,
The
not
other guy,
than like
yeah.
the 10 or 15 dudes that are there.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Now let's go to the cream of it. Should I get back my stuff? Forget about the photos on IG because those ones are not tangible
course.
stuff as such.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Should you get back your stuff? Honestly, no. Why? If it's there, you've already left it and you feel like you've already moved on.
Maybe we should start by defining what stuff.
What stuff,
means.
exactly.
Just what is
What
stuff?
stuff?
Yes. What is stuff, Denver, to you?
Anything that I haven't given as a gift counts as stuff.
Okay.
Because a gift, that one I've given it, and it's no longer mine, it's yours. But
A gift of the magnitude of a car, a nice essay, and you know,
if I'm buying someone a car, I'm
They
really
must be
nice enough to not put it under my name.
I don't think because most people put it under their name. And
So
then when
just
you guys
enjoy the
break up,
ride until when we break
you
up.
just come and
goodbye.
take the car. I mean, seriously. But
No,
I
we're
feel
not
like that
that
is
nice.
petty.
That is petty.
It is. If I get you a car and then by bad luck we break up,
Can you just leave the car with
I
her?
can.
You know.
I can. I already got it for you, so take it. I can. Honestly, I can.
Maybe that's why you cannot get a person a car, right?
Probably. Probably. Although it depends on the car. If it's,
If it's like a doo-doo, it's fine.
yeah. If it's a kadudu, I'll kind of look at it and be like,
All right.
should I really?
Uh-huh.
No.
If it's
So
what
we're talking about.
Yeah, let
stuff
me
in
leave you with the
regards
less
to-
fortunate.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Oh. So here we are. What is stuff? Uh-huh.
Okay, so anything that I guess doesn't count as gifts, or should I say, as
Your own personal belongings, of course. Those
yeah,
ones- uh-huh.
yeah, because weirdly enough, like you guys have a tendency to take a lot of our things.
When you
and they
say you
just-
guys, you mean the ladies.
your gender, fine. Let me go with your gender.
All right. So
Yes, your gender tends to have a tendency to have a lot of our things at your place, especially hoodies. I've never understood why.
Because those ones we can cost share. Those ones
I mean,
we can as well wear.
Yeah.
If you
And I
could
don't
call
have
me,
to
I'll
buy
cuddle you.
mine.
Like,
I just take
why?
yours.
Huh?
I don't have to buy mine.
You
I
know?
just take yours.
Why do you allow for that to happen in the first place if you're not happy and comfortable? Why hoodies? Let me ask you that.
I'm happy, I'm comfortable. Do I allow it to happen? Debatable.
Okay.
But a lot of the things that we'll have and we'll give, or say, for example, if we stay together, the things that I brought into the relationship and into the house, all of those count as my things. If I gave it to you as a gift, there's a 95% chance I won't take it back.
Okay.
Because if I'm giving you something,
95?
yeah,
Okay.
That's good. That's good enough.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. We need
There's
to
a
leave
Denver.
space for the car.
There's a 5% somewhere that yes.
Exactly, we need to
Uh-huh.
leave space for the car.
Yeah.
So there's about a 95% chance. But anything from the TV to the couch to the coffee table to, do I really care about the vase? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, you can keep that one. To most of the stuff that I will give to you, including if I even gave you a ring, especially engagement rings, because those things are expensive.
I know,
You
right?
take
If you're
that
getting me
back.
an engagement ring, it better
Yeah.
be good, yeah?
Do you know?
You will take the engagement ring back.
Yeah.
You.
How now?
Why would you take it back?
Relationship is over. Symbol of proposed contract is no longer required.
So where do you
Take it
begin?
back.
Bring back the ring that I...
Then pawn it or what?
No.
Where do you begin? How do you do this?
No, I'm not crude like that. Like, I'll just hold your hand as we end things and I'll say, you know, I've always cared about you, and I probably will continue to care about you.
Wow.
Then as that happens, I just pull back and I pull the ring off of your hand. You're going to look at me
you're
like...
the type of people who say, it's not you, it's me.
It's me.
It's me.
I'm the problem.
Yes,
I'm the
I'm the
darling.
problem.
And
It's
I
not
understand.
you.
And
Yes.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yo.
But
Oh,
I
no,
just
it's the
have
other way
to.
around. It's the other way around. By the way, it's not me, it's you.
You will actually tell someone, I'm
you're
not the
the-
problem.
Yeah.
You're the problem.
Yeah, if you're being the problem, then I will point it
Better
out.
be clear.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd much rather be truthful and straightforward with
Yeah.
you. Because here's how I look at it. If I'm going into a relationship with you, or with you, whichever, or both of you, I will try to be
That's
as
a
great.
typical man, eh? Yes.
Well, yes, the love is a lot, so why not diversify?
It is important that we all get a piece of the cake.
Cake. Anyways, so if I am going into a relationship with you, I am going to give you my very best. By the time we choose to end things, by the time, if, say, by some unfortunate circumstance you trip and you fall on someone's, doo-doo,
Yeah.
then I want to make sure that I know that I did everything to make you happy within the bounds of what I knew.
Right.
So if at any point in time you decide, you know what, it's over, or you decide that someone else is better for you than I am, I will take my things. I will be happy that, the problem wasn't me, because you didn't tell me something that was an issue that I should have sorted out, and I will leave. So, like I said, hold the hand, pull back, make sure you tug on that piece of rock.
There's
pull it
no
out.
need for you to have this rock. All right, so here we are, and
Yes.
what is tough to you, and how far can we stretch this tough conversation, especially acknowledging that there are always stages to a relationship. There's some of us who are just beginning, there are others who are in the moment where there's an engagement that has already been done. You are at that fiancé level, you're at a level where you've started living together, extreme levels to this. Just what is tough, and to what extent then does this stuff becomes tough worth a conversation?
For me, stuff is, as Denver said, anything I gifted you or I didn't. I feel like I'm the kind of person, if I gift you something, just stay with it. If you have my things in your house, and if you have my stuff in your house, but then I don't like drama. I'm very chill.
Yeah. You've always been
serious.
clear about
Yes,
yes,
I
yes.
really do not like drama. So if I do not like drama. So
Okay.
if I keep telling you, I don't want to have the conversation, can I come over and take my stuff? I feel like there's always a back and forth, and then we always have history, so I don't want anything. So just stay with them. I'm good.
Stay with your stuff.
Just stay
your
with them.
clothes, your dad.
I don't know, ban them, gift them. I don't care really.
And perhaps this is where then the conversation then begins, because we ask ourselves at a point where you resolve, you know what, I have your stuff. Sometimes it's not even you who says, I want to come for my stuff. It's the
Yeah.
other party who says, by the way, your stuff is here.
Yeah.
When you're ready, please come and pick them. Do you do these things immediately, or you give yourselves time to, have the pain subside, the rage go down, and then say, now at this point, I can send my Buddha guy, I can send my Uber guy, I can show up and take this stuff. Remember, when we're talking about stuff, sometimes I have your key, the key to your house.
I think that depends.
Immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Okay,
We do
for
it
me-
over and done.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's done, isn't it?
Why shouldn't it be allowed to take some time for us to cool down?
So that you
because
can-
sometimes you come there and the drama is there, whatever
Yes.
it is that she tries to run away from.
Okay, I've been fortunate enough not to deal with incredibly dramatic women.
Okay.
So for me, if I want to do it immediately, it's not too big of an issue. Plus, I guess some breakups will be amicable. So at least you go, you grab your things, you disappear, one and done. But under dramatic situations, of course, I'd probably leave than ask, say, my Buddha guy to go for it, like maybe a day or two after. Just not for the sake of cooling down, just so that I don't have to deal with that sort of stress again.
Right.
Yeah, I can only deal with drama for so long.
And some will be comfortable to say that, well, fine, get your stuff, but not immediately. Allow yourself time to cool down, because yes, it can be dramatic. And let's not lie to ourselves. When it's that moment of breakup, if you loved this person, if it's not going to be dramatic out here, it will be dramatic inwardly.
Yes.
In your heart, you're like, wow, why is this happening? And so probabilities are that if you're doing it immediately, some altercation would arise.
Yeah,
so you're
it's
told
gonna be
take some
chaotic.
time. But there are people who take so much long over time.
Again, it depends with the stuff. If you're having my laptop and I have to use it, I do not care. I am coming right over there to take my laptop because now I need it. You see? Or if it's my key, if it's things that, if it's stuff that I really need to, I'm just gonna come. If you're gonna cause drama about it, I'm just gonna send a Buddha guy. Like, hey, is this time okay? Please, blah, blah, blah. And again, we are adults. Tuache drama mingi. Just take your stuff and
My dear,
we move.
Okay.
we've always been saying that we're adults, but for some reason, every single time we're saying that we're adults, we usually realize that there's some people that just didn't hit that stage yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably they haven't been slapped well enough with bills for them to mature. But for some reason, it's like some people just find being mature about the situation a little hard.
Okay.
And the unfortunate part of it is, at some point, you will find some people who you send the Buddha again, they're like, no, I'm not giving it to you. You come and get it yourself. So
That's
now
why you know
it
your
becomes,
person. You need to know your person. For example, as I keep on insisting, I do not like drama. So at no point will you find me. If I know you have drama, why would I even bother? I'm just like, nah. I'm not those type of people who say, I can change him. If you have
He's not
drama,
underwear.
I'm just like, nah. Even if you have feelings for me, I just know at some point I'm gonna be pissed about it. So I'm just gonna be like, nah.
Let's
I'm
be
gonna
realistic
pass.
for a moment
Yeah.
and look at what Denver says, that, you would take that rock because it's damn expensive. And let us look at the tough times that we are in. Let us look at the fact that it could be your favorite dress that you're leaving behind. That dress that would get you the next man. It could be
not
that
necessary.
expensive. It's not necessary. You
Yeah.
just want to overlook them.
Yeah, Abdul will
And
probably
my
spend
director
like 3
says,
hours and then it'll be off.
come on.
Like
And my
that's
director says, why would you want to take that rock? I mean, perhaps your next girlfriend is not going to have the same hand, shape,
Yeah, true.
length.
It's okay, we can
You're
adjust.
going to sell it. You will adjust that. And so you're going to tell them that you bought, or this one I took from the previous one?
No, we had a previous candidate, but they clearly failed.
So,
So you'll tell
At
that to the
preliminary.
next girl.
and give them that ring.
Well, if they ask for past relationship experience, of course I'll say that I had a fiance at some point, and she clearly dropped the ball.
But
Or
will
drop
they be
something.
comfortable receiving the
Gift,
yes.
This
I don't think-
Denver is lying to us. There's no way
Yeah.
you can tell her this. Yes, you are.
There's no way I'll
boldly
take a
accusing-
ring
and tell
that-
this lady.
Okay.
You
let
can
me
only
a-
tell me that this was mom's, and so.
Yes,
for
if
me-
mom's is okay, but then if you tell me this is from my ex,
I need
there's
to
no way
ask
I'll
this
take that.
question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do you care if it's from your ex?
Why would
Honestly?
you not?
It's not like she.
Seriously?
Okay, one, it's not like she bought it because I'm the one who did. And secondly, just because it was on her finger doesn't mean that it has her residue the entire time. Like that
But
thing decays.
still, I mean, come on.
Also, you guys are forgetting. It's not like I'll be like, "Will you marry me?" This one was previously my ex's. I'll just pop the ring.
You do not care where it comes from. Please just have the ring.
If
and-
you don't tell me,
Yeah, if it's a beautiful ring, it's a beautiful ring.
Okay, let's forget about that because I'm not about to take somebody else's ring. I realized that this was somebody else's
just
ring.
won't know that it's someone else.
Well, actually, that is recipe to a breakup, and now a breakup, my darling.
Yeah.
So don't ever think of doing that. And if you do it, please let it be your
Everybody
secret.
does
The
that.
grave,
Yes.
Let it be your secret.
Why does
And then you bump onto your ex, and she has that ring, and maybe
Oh.
you've healed, you've gotten over that, and you can say hi,
Okay.
and she sees that.
Okay, let's look at the alternative.
Okay.
I leave her with a piece of the rock.
Thank you.
She decides to keep it. Her next man comes, sees that someone had proposed to her, and she dropped something.
Could
the
we
ball.
look at the options of selling this ring? Because
Yes.
clearly this ring is going to cost
I
us
mean,
trouble
we can just sell the ring.
from whichever end.
Or have it redesigned or something. Like,
Honestly, I don't see the big deal.
Exactly.
The next man, if the next man asks me, I'll
Somebody
just be
says
like, oh,
that-
this is just a ring.
This is just the ring.
Yeah.
Somebody says that when you give birth from your previous relationship, you have a baby and you're moving to the next one. You're not going to kill this baby. You're not going to throw them away. You will move to this relationship with this baby. So,
baby ain't born yet.
Okay.
Just saying.
So here we are. Let's ask ourselves, just how important is it for one to take their stuff? How important? Because there are instances where it's really important for purposes of healing, for purposes of, getting it clear that it is over and done, for purposes of the other party to as well, just know that instead of leaving them with the burden of burning your stuff, or selling your stuff, or giving your stuff to somebody else, carry them, and it makes it easy for them to move on, don't you think?
It is easier but again, if this person is this person understanding enough that they're like, oh, Leila, it's fine, you can come for your stuff, I've packed everything, all that, and then they give it to you. Some would like to hold on to them, but in instance of a baby now, that is a whole other thing. Because you have to be in that baby's life, you have to co-parent, you have to take care of the kid, how they're gonna eat and all that. So I feel like sometimes you just have to have a conversation and be like, you know what, I know we have broken up, but there are some things I need to get from your house. I need to come and see the baby. I need to do 1, 2, 3. So that calls for a mature conversation.
Isn't that more reason why one should take their time, perhaps to have the anger go down, and then now say, at this very stage, I decide that this and this and this is what I require from you, and or this and this and that is what I would need. This I am willing to leave. This can be delivered to my place, or this I'll send someone to pick, or this I'll come for personally. Denver. You still issues.
No, she brought a baby into the mix, so that just complicated everything.
Yeah.
Because at that point in time, this is an entirely new life.
The baby ain't born yet, so yeah.
Baby ain't born yet. If my pull-out game is still good, then I guess you could say that there could be some sentimental value. But at the same time, if you've decided to end the relationship, I think you should probably at least have an accurate understanding that whatever is there is done, and you probably need to let it go. Yes, you might want to keep some things for sentimental value, but it's just not economical. Like, imagine moving into the next relationship, you're saying that you have your ex's hoodie, now you have to burn the thing, and it's not good for the environment, stuff like that. Yeah, so it's better if you decide to let at least most of those things go. Of course, there may be 1 or 2 things that you might want to keep for sentimental value, but I don't know, maybe if you didn't delete the photos, maybe you could keep those.
I don't know, but maybe. I feel like
the photos.
Yeah.
Why would you want to keep the photos? Okay, fine. This one's
keep those for sentimental. Yes.
Soft copies.
Yes, so that
hide
you can
them
at
somewhere,
least take
so
the real items away.
So every time, once in a while, you go and check them, and then over time you lose them, or what exactly?
You just keep them for memories.
And these memories and sentimental moments are very, very crucial, because these ones will determine whether you're moving on to the next, and you're going to appreciate, or you're stuck. And I mean, even the hoodies that you speak of. So would it not be in order for you to just like literally, shut them off completely? Why would you even want to go for that?
Exactly. Take everything away.
To where?
See, back to your place.
Back to your place. Will it save you these sentimental moments? Will it?
Well, I still hold on to a lot of my experiences. I don't believe in holding on to products. Which sounds very contradictory, since I'm the one that's riling for people to go and get their products back. But for me, the most sentimental bits are the experiences that we had. And you holding on to my things doesn't really change anything. It's just that I want to have hoodies for the next girlfriend to come and take, which sounds a little worse than it actually is, but it's a hell of a lot better when you think about it practically.
Okay.
Practically.
All right, so he comes and tells you, it was a good gift, but this one I'm not leaving behind. What do? I know you don't like drama, but you're thinking, why? I mean, man, why would you buy me this, and you are here now asking for it? And there are men who do that, literally ask for that. Do you let go? Do you give them back whatever it is that they bought you? Or I'd personally tell you, you know what, this was a gift party. We are not about to be swept emotionally on this one. This is mine. It looks good on me. It's a nice earring. It's a nice chain. It's expensive. Yes, it is mine.
Honestly, to be really honest, I'll just give it to you. I'll just be like,
you know what? If
you want it, take it back.
I am not about to.
I am that kind of a person.
Really, you just let
Yes,
everything.
I will give it to you. I don't like.
Nice
It's not nice. I just don't like all that.
drama.
I hate it. So if you want it and you'll keep calling me, oh, I need my stuff. Honestly, I'll even park for you and be like, oh, here you go. Genuinely, and
You
I
can
will
put
just
it on the
be
border,
like,
send it to the guy.
yes, I would.
So somebody asks this. Imagine a scenario where she was your girlfriend, your ex, and then she... Oh, no. Imagine that she was dating somebody else and she takes back whatever it is that she had gifted this other person, and then you're the next man in line, and then she brings it to you and tells you, this chain I had bought him, and now here we are. Please, and it looks good on you.
Oh, no.
Would you say? That's a no-no.
Nah.
That's an insult of the highest order. I mean, if it is good,
No, I do not care.
But is that not what Denver said? Take the ring,
carrots.
take the rock, adjust
That
it
is
to
what,
fit into
so
that.
I'm wondering, why is he laughing?
Yeah, that's why I'm
Why are you
posing that
laughing?
question to him.
Because
This is why
for
I can't
me-
answer it.
No.
This is why you can't answer why.
I can't answer it because if I say something like,
You'll be
no, why is that a
contradicting
problem? Yeah, I don't want to throw myself into that
Into the
pit of
bus,
blame.
under the bus.
Yeah, but I guess if you are taking that to give it to me, it depends on how much value it carries to you. Because if it's a chain, like, just keep it. I personally don't care. But say, for example, if there's something that you've shared with the person that you say that you loved at the time, and it was something that was of huge value to you, then if I get the same thing, then I don't mind being a recipient of it, because at the end of the day, it was of huge value to you. And it's about the both of us. If you value me and you value that, and you can have two things that you value together.
Got it.
Exactly.
You can just give. You can just regift.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Do we
I
sometimes blow some of these things out of proportion? I mean,
Yes.
if,
No.
if it's from
Yes, we
him
do.
and you've brought it and it's fine, it's over and done.
No, we're not throwing this out of proportion. Honestly, if it was from her, achake na vitu zake. Mimi sitaki. I do not care if it's 24 carats, I do not care.
Even though it's a kadudu.
Honestly, I do not care. Just let her things be her things. I have my own style, I have my own everything. You can just get me new
You know,
stuff.
and I'm glad that you asked, even though it's a kadudu, because the chain, the dress, the earrings, the watch, you'd say, apana. But now this is a proper car.
Yeah.
This is a
Honestly, I'll
range.
still say no.
Hey,
I
because I mean,
will say
you're getting
no.
me to a moment of
I am-
wanting to speak Swahili. So this is the car she was using. She is no longer here. So you will
Nah.
say no.
Just exchange the car or something. I just don't want
Kwa ground
I don't-
vitu ni
I-
very
I'll
Well,
feel
ground
like-
vitu ni different. I mean,
Well, ground
let's
vitu
just
ni
can we
different.
get ourselves to the ground.
I'll feel like I'll be living in her shadow. I won't be comfortable.
Get the
As
car
much as
washed.
I will have it, no. I'll still be like, nah.
Mimi,
For me,
divorce.
no.
Nimekuja.
Eh.
Una range for parking.
You'll take it. You'll take
I will
it.
drive it. I will drive it and own it as though it never had an owner
Eh.
before.
Exactly.
I
Cars
mean-
change hands all the time.
You know?
I'll be like,
Owner number one, owner number two.
Yeah.
Here we are.
It's
Owner
not like the
number
number
three.
plate says my ex's Range Rover.
I mean,
honestly, for me, I'll just be like, nah. I feel like I will be, Atakama, I will say yes to it. I feel like
you see now
in
there's-
my
there's an
heart,
element of saying yes to a car.
nah,
There's an
there's
element.
actually no element.
Maybe wrap it kidogo.
There is no element. If you bring me something that belongs to someone else, I will say no.
Belonged.
No, thank you.
Belonged.
It-
Past tense.
it's belonged or whatever. I
Past
do not
tense.
care. I don't want it. Just keep it.
Until now, somebody says that iron knows value. There's no value in a second-hand jet, let alone a Range Rover.
Or
Yes, please.
do you know how many second-hand jets are busy flying?
You know? And they're taking you from point A to point B in 45 minutes.
Exactly.
Imagine I will say no and I'll be very comfortable with myself. Because I know I am worth more than that. If
Fly
you want
economy bus.
to, actually,
You know, right? Fly economy and let the jet lie somewhere.
it's fine.
Exactly.
I am comfortable with that.
Is
But
this
by that
one
time-
second-hand as well?
Exactly.
No.
This man was with this woman. Come on.
That is different. They've already cut
What is
ties.
different? What is different?
Actually,
You
let me use
have
this
cut
statement.
ties. Yes.
It is your new boyfriend, but that is someone else's old.
I mean,
Oh, well, yeah, but these are people.
okay,
This
that
is
that
a
person did
person.
not buy this person, wasn't
Yes.
gifted by somebody
Because you
else.
can't really own a person, but you can own a car.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let us talk to those ones that tend to delay. That it's clear it's over between us. Can you come and pick your stuff? You delay. You don't want to come for them. Fine. You're delaying in asking for your stuff. Can we speak to these ones?
So,
I feel like
That we all know eventually
Yes.
you want your stuff back, but you're delaying. 1 year down, they're still somewhere in the corner inside my room. I mean, and you still keep saying that I'll still come for my stuff. Kindly keep it for me.
I feel like time is relative,
Yeah.
depending on the frame of reference. So sometimes some people take a long time to heal. Like some people even take 2 years. So you want to tell me you'll just wait for the 2 years so that you get your stuff. And some people are like,
2
within a week.
It's too much.
No, I know
You have
people.
never fallen in love?
Seriously,
Oh,
I
no.
know people who
Oh, no, no.
took
I've
like
fallen
2
in love.
years.
But babies take 9 months
2 years
from
is
pregnancy
too
to
much.
coming out. 2 years. Are you an
So I
elephant?
know of a person, they still haven't gotten over their ex, and it's like 3 years.
That one's dragging it.
And she literally feels like, we had something going on. I'm like, why are you still stuck on them?
Exactly.
So some people just take longer. So would you have to wait for them? Oh yeah,
They
I'm
drag
waiting
it.
for them to heal. Because that is 2 years is a long time.
It's a long time.
That
They drag
is a
it.
long time. And some people within a week, they're fine.
It's literally even unhealthy for that one.
It
person.
is. It
Okay.
is.
So
Okay, a week is probably sped up, but 2 years, that one's been dragged.
that's been dragged too.
Yeah.
But then
It depends on what
again,
it is
time
that
is
you share.
relative.
And by the way, most of the reasons why sometimes then people are not able to move on is because of the staff aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the staff aspect that is legally tied to the both of you. Let's talk about these ones that, there's some legal aspect to this
Okay.
stuff that we have. And so we have to go through some legal activities before we say, now finally, this is yours. And sometimes these ones are more of investments and all
Yeah.
that. What happens in such a case?
Okay, at that point in time, I guess it now becomes a case of asking how much does the asset mean to each person? Because if you value it more than I do, then I'd probably be better off finding a way to either buy it off of you. Actually, no, the other way around. I'd probably find a way we equate its value. You give me my cut, I leave, I go set up something of my own.
Yeah.
But I start fighting over something because me and my ex owned the same piece of land. That becomes a little bit of a tough scenario, because now it's either you guys are subdividing it, and if it's like 1/8 of an acre, how much are you really getting? Or it's this constant back and forth, which actually breeds even more hate than would have been there, because the moment you throw money into any sort of relationship and things go bad,
Yeah.
things go really bad.
Really bad.
Like really bad. So,
Sometimes there are those ones who come for their stuff and they sort of exaggerate it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The bell rings and you open the door. Kuna hata jeshi mwa company, or
The dramatic
there's
people.
some guy, or their brothers are here and
have a
they're
very
coming,
nice
or the girls are here.
Yeah.
Is it that dramatic, or sometimes it's necessary?
Sometimes it's dramatic, sometimes it is necessary. If it's being dramatic, I'd much rather tell you that you do not own the house. I am the current tenant. As per the law, if I have not given you any permission to check in, stay there. I
Yeah.
will bring your things.
All right.
If it's a case of them actually being, how would I call it, a bit clingy with your items, then maybe if force is required, you should probably go get it.
Yeah.
And so
I
it's
feel
over
like-
in the,
I feel like for me, some things I'm willing to compromise. If, as you've said, if it's a piece of land, I've worked so hard, so hard, and you're just being difficult about it. Let's just go to the court. I do not care about hatred. I do not care about all that. If it's something I really worked hard for,
How expensive court is.
It's fine. We will use the money as long as at the end of it all, I get what's mine. I don't like the idea of no. I don't like the idea of I work hard for my things or you work hard for your things. Then I come and try take a piece of that. It is all yours. Honestly, like I found you with it and all that, but then in some scenario, I got mixed, and then now I want half of it.
I want the newspaper. Give me those newspapers. I want us to check on something, yeah? Some article that I saw. I didn't get into details, but I'd love to understand the details briefly. Page 32 of the Standard newspaper. Interesting that on this segment we're looking at the newspaper. Page 32 is that new survey shows marriage driving women to own property.
Actually, yes, that is true.
And I was talking to some guys who were telling me, I am not about to buy property and put it under her name. I will put it under the name of my kids. It is so clear there's nothing for this woman in this relationship.
I can get where it's coming from. And I actually recently did a podcast episode on this. Back during Valentine's. So if you look at, say, the past 2 generations of women, you find that when a lot of them got into marriages, probably could be a case of trauma or what they saw or experienced in their household or with their parents, but they sort of had this thing where they wanted to own their own things. And that, while in the financial sense has benefited them, it's kind of hurt a lot of relationships today. Because I've heard of, I guess, 1 or 2 stories where a guy is paying rent, then all of a sudden he ends up finding out that the house belongs to his wife. There are instances where the woman's been lying about the salary, and then all of a sudden,
she has set up something somewhere.
She set up something. She's built houses. She has plots of land. She has like 6, 7, 8 figures in her account. And you've been struggling to support the family, and she has not helped in any way whatsoever. And that lack of trust, because it's like I'm putting everything for the family and for you, but you just keeping everything for yourself. And it's not going to benefit me, because the moment you start having any issues with me, it's like you've already planned yourself. Then at the end of the day, it just puts me in a tougher position to actually try and do things that would benefit the both of us, because you're just doing things to benefit you. I'm breaking my back, and yet I'll probably get the shortest end of the stick.
My money is my money. What happens to that?
That made sense when women earned less, women were in much lower positions, and women
Okay.
Oh no, that made sense back then. But look at the current economic times, where it's harder for the average man to support a family on the base average salary. It's harder for a lot of men to actually have multiple kids and support them. And even our parents would chip in both their salaries to support the household. So you guys want to bring back that old saying, just because you guys want to keep your money and you want to use my money so that you guys can enjoy my money and just keep yours.
All right, let's have it up. Women find themselves vulnerable in mainly patriarchal communities where their rights to own property have been in the past stifled. Kenya Demographic and Health Survey of 2022 says that for women in particular, ownership of assets may provide protection in case of marital dissolution or abandonment, which is happening so much so today.
Which is
yes, positively influence their position in their homes and decrease their vulnerability to various forms of violence or discrimination. This is on a marriage perspective, but even in relationships, from day one, should it be clear that, let's not surpass some certain lines. Let's not be excited and open a joint account. Let's not be excited and buy property together. Let's not be excited and do this and this stuff together, because we do not know what the future looks like. Sometimes you're hopeful, but these things happen. Is it because we have gone to extremes where now we tend to be very comfortable and we say, we started dating 2 weeks ago, can we move in? We started dating 2 weeks ago, can we open a joint account? We started dating 2 weeks ago, there's a piece of land there. How much can you bring on the table? How much can I bring on the table? Should it be from the onset that we keep it clear that we are in a relationship, but let's not get excited about combining stuff?
I feel like it should be really clear because when you talk about assets, now that's a big deal. It should be very clear. I feel like those are the things that you have to take your time.
Yeah.
Just don't rush into, okay, let's just open a joint account or something. It's something that you need to have taken your time, talked about it over and over again, not just once. You're like, we're talking about it. What are the steps? If this goes left, how do we handle it? So I feel like, it is very important. Yeah.
Yes.
With joint accounts, I actually do have a problem with joint accounts. It's a good way, at least for the two of you, to be financially responsible. So if you guys need to contribute to bills, then you'll have one account where you send all of that money to. If you guys need to plan for a trip, that's where you'll put a lot of that money in. But I guess in today's current day and age, a lot of people are very individualistic.
Yeah.
And they care about them. This isn't the same exact time as back in the day when people are like, I just want to make sure my family is good.
Yeah.
So wherever the income's coming from, let's just make it work and let's use it to build our wealth as a family, and then we're good. People now are all about themselves. So yes, having a joint account to handle bills and to plan for things is a good thing. But having your own individual assets is good. If you probably foresee yourself divorcing, or if you don't know, or if you're not entirely sure that you're going to be with this person for a very long time, then having individual assets is a good thing. But I don't think it should hinder you from assisting improve the growth of the relationship because you're thinking that
Just in case.
just in case I do this, or I'm not sure that I'm making this much money, because now he's going to start asking for more. So to be quite honest, I think I can understand where the lack of trust is, but I feel like if you're gonna be with someone, at least understand the financial background as well. Don't just get into some sort of a relationship because you're like, we love each other. Then all of a sudden you realize that they're a little bit financially illiterate and irresponsible. But I guess.
You have to look for a couple of things. You check their finances, you check how they are.
Will that not label you materialistic? And anyway, there's nothing wrong with
Being material.
because this is where we are.
You guys will ask us what we do for a living and use that to sort of almost estimate exactly what we make. Who's the materialistic one here? Damn.
I mean, I feel like for that, we usually just want to be sure.
Yes.
Like, can you sustain us? Can you sustain a family?
And
Which
it
is
is
so that we
necessary.
don't,
Which isn't a
it's
bad
very
thing.
necessary.
Which isn't a bad thing. And there's nothing wrong with being materialistic to a small degree, because it is good to like the finer things in life. But on one end, it might seem materialistic, but on another end, if I can't count on you to be loyal, then or at least supportive, then I probably can't be able to count on you, because a lot of times it's not like guys are always on the up and up. Like there's times when us guys are down. And in some instances, like I have friends who have very supportive wives, but there's other friends that I know whose wives are very off the entire thing. They see the guy struggling, they're like, it's your role to provide. I'm not supposed to be doing this, and then they just back off. And that can be very painful. So on one end, yes, you should look for the loyalty and the support, but on the other end, you do need to at least make sure that you're financially dependable as a partner.
All right, so take home, and especially for those ones who are not looking at marriage, forget about marriage, a simple relationship. I'm told, and I'll be a little bit tribal, is that there's some luges who will come out there and they are pretending like they're wives already. Can you just take a backseat for a moment and be a woman, and don't think that you're a wife and you're coming and you're bringing everything, and you want to buy all the curtains in that house, and you want to buy all the utensils in that house, and then when it's time to go, you again want to go out with all these souvenirs that you bought and everything. Can we?
Are you speaking from experience?
I'm speaking from a story that I've had.
Okay.
You just had to be clear.
Yeah, but personal
let's
one?
just be clear about
But
that.
I am a typical wife material, so I'll buy all
Hey.
that. When it's time to go, I'll not focus on, to bring my sufuria and all
Yeah.
that and everything.
But-
I will not be in that business. But one of the reasons why people fight over stuff and all this drama, that is extra drama upon or after the breakup, is
Yeah.
because sometimes you go all extra and you really want
Yeah.
to buy everything and anything in that house. And now when it's time to go, And then when you are just dating and you want all your clothes on this other side, you want all your shoes on this other side, can we stick to the lane? Is it not a good way to close this one and say that let's stick to the lane so that we avoid such drama?
Stick to the lane. Honestly,
Do not
stick to don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it.
Just don't overdo it. The way they say, if you're not a wife, do not play wifey duties.
Do not wash those clothes.
Do not. Like you can, but then don't make it a habit. Like you know
what
what?
about wife
The guy, no. The guy is just seated. We have utensils on the sink. The room is not clean, but he's like, yeah, my girlfriend's coming.
He's around.
I have questions.
Please ask before we close.
If we get married, now will I be allowed to sit down while you do the dishes?
Can we allow for us to get married first?
Yes. Please.
But we'll end up getting married and then you'll still expect me to do the dishes. But anyways.
Not really. If you can help, would be nice.
Bottom line is this though. Take home on this staff issue. Take your stuff, let them be, or what?
Okay. I try to avoid drama as much as possible. But I do believe that if something is yours, if it's in someone else's place, it's still your stuff. So you should probably take it back.
Yeah.
I've never been opposed to the idea of letting something go, because if it's something I bought, I can go make a bunch of money again and just go and get it back, depending on how valuable it is. But at the end of the day, if I don't feel like you're a dependable partner, if I don't think you're supportive or loyal enough, then there's a pretty good chance that I may not end up with you. Problem is, there's too many people that are just diving in it for love. So I can understand you not wanting to plant your roots that deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But don't avoid planting roots at all, if I can put it that way.
And again, you do not live life. It's important to live life.
It is.
Live for the moment. Let tomorrow take care of itself. I agree with that. Yeah.
I advocate for peace of mind. So if it's gonna drain you and gonna take too much of your energy, just leave the stuff. Just let it be.
You know, we've not talked about...
Yeah, we'll just do the dish.
And I don't know how best to say it in English. Urogi. You've had people telling you, kiacha uko.
Now, I am a Christian lady. When niroge tu, utapambana na Mungu wangu.
All right, well, there you go. And last speaker, Ayo Apondo, thank you so much for speaking to us this morning, as well as Denver B. Thank you so much for speaking to us. I'm looking forward to have more and more sessions, lots of feedback as well, but time would not allow for us to go through them. So we say Kwaheri at this very point. If you can, please pick the stuff. Let's not